So I've been having this really strange week. Like I feel like I've been snatched from another realm and put here where I'm impoverished. you know, and I gotta fight my way out. Well, good thing I'm a fighter though. That's a good thing. Because a lot of people would have given up by now. But anyway, just strange shit happening all week. Well, I'm gonna tell you about the first thing. One, I found $5. And I recognized money even in its shadow. I said, that is money. And this Asian couple, they just walked right past it. I was just like, you didn't say that money? Are you are you too rich to pick it up? That's what I'm asking. But I said, okay, I'm going to pick it up. And I was glad to have it, maybe, that's why it went to me, because I was more grateful to have it. But anyway, it's some strange-ish going on this week, But the not so strange-ish is that my number one shelter sister is missing again. She just got back in good last week, and now she's missing again. And again, her family is calling me. I don't know what to say, Crack is a demon, honey. It's a demon, And to exercise that demon, I don't think it comes from anything on the outside. No outside influence on it. It has to be fought from the inside, honey. And right now, she's just not willing to do it. Okay. Fine. See you when you return from wherever you've been. I have my own path to walk, But also, the other night I was in the lounge. I was sitting there vibing, listening to my music, eating my sunflower seeds. And then, the lounge closes. Because, if they don't close the lounge in here, there'll be fights. And so, my favorite security officer, he usually does this procedure, He lets you know when the lounge is closing. And so I'm getting my stuff together, and I'm walking out the door, and hold on, the truck is passing. And so I'm leaving the lounge, with my phone and all my equipment and stuff. And any bags I had. And I leave the lounge and I turn the corner, like I'm almost leaving the lounge. And I hear him say to the other officer, like, I guess he didn't think I heard him. But this is what he said. He said, you can smother a turkey in that ass. And I looked back at him real quick, and he, he closed his mouth. So I couldn't tell if he really had said that. And I have never heard of such a thing. He said, you can smother a turkey in that ass. I said, what is wrong with people? I said, of course, he is a man, Eventually, something manly is going to be said, But I ain't trying to run him out of here, I'll take the compliment, no matter how greasy it is. Just weird shit. My roommates, oh my God, every night there are at least 2 or 3 arguments. 2 or 3. And while they're arguing, they're all glancing at me like, listen, I'm not trying to mediate every single argument in here. Like, you got to do some growing up. You got to get your communication skills together and not just yelling and screaming. If I got to yell and scream, honey, you are not going to like it. Trust me on that. But, I just want them to say, let's decide to have a peaceful room. Ooh, that horn is horning, boy. What is going on? You lucky the cops ain't around here. He is lucky and leaning on his horn like that. He lucky my grandmother ain't around here. Okay? My grandmother used to be a traffic cop. He'd be pulled over right now getting a fat ticket. But anyway, that happened. Yeah, about my roommates, the arguing, boy. Like, peace. Peace doesn't just create itself. You have to make some effort towards it. And, I'm not going to be mediating every situation where you and some other parties disagree. It's the young ones versus the older ones. The young ones are so spoiled. I was like, yep, I see why you went here. This morning, one yelling at the other to get the fuck out of the bathroom. Now I got 4 bathroom hogs living in one room with me, and they all bicker every single day over this bathroom. Sometimes I don't go to the bathroom until all 4 of them are asleep. And these last couple of days, like if I don't wake up with a plan, I feel guilty. Like if I don't wake up with a plan. To go out, be productive, things like that. This week I've been feeling sorry for myself. Oh my goodness. What other weird shit happened to me this week? Oh yes, I found out that one of my roommates, the oldest, she has some type of obsession with me. My other roommate told me that she's taking pictures of me at night while I'm asleep. Oh my goodness. People in my energy are something else, but I understand, I understand. She's not the first to become, obsessed. I was sitting in the library yesterday, trying to get some things done because the shelter doesn't have Wi-Fi. And I'll be damned if I need the permission of someone else to connect the Wi-Fi before I get something done. But I'm sitting in the library, and this young lady comes and sits down. So, I had my laptop. I was minding my business, but I saw that the more she sat there, the more she stared at me. So I said, check your ego, check your ego. She probably wasn't staring at you, okay? But sure enough, I look up and she's looking right in my face. And I'm just like, okay. All right. But I know what it is, though. I know what it is. It's this thing about me, even the young ones in my room. Like, as soon as they get up in the morning, they looking at my bed. I know what it is. I had to think for a minute. But anyway, I know what it is, It's a little bit of... Oh, also, while she was sitting there, she had her phone, turned straight up and pointing at me like she was taking a picture of me. And I was just like, oh my God. I know she is not taking a picture of me. What for? But then I said, check your ego. She probably did not take a picture of you, but listen, I've had this happen to me before. On the train. This Asian girl took a picture of me. I said, what is this shit? But I know what it is, I know what it is. It's that divine currency, I carry it with me wherever I go, and it's attractive to a lot of people, a lot of demons too. But I thank God for his protection. Sometimes he's protecting you from something that you really, really want, Maybe it's not good for you. That's why you don't have it. But that's a whole nother story. Also, the roommate that's taking the pictures of me while I'm asleep, she's also writing something about me. She's writing something about me in her pages. Because, from the moment I arrived, she was starting to write something. I was like, I never asked her what it was because, in the beginning, she didn't like me or my cat and she wanted us gone. But now she's a cheerleader of Caesar. So my other roommate, who also witnessed her taking the pictures of me, said that she was also writing some type of script, and I'm in it. I said, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What is this? It's strange, but it's true. Anywho, y'all have a good night. There are more tales to tell, always in this place. Take God with you wherever you go. Amen.